Now to the Trump presidency and an administration that continues to look for legislative victories hard to come by, in spite of the fact that the president's party is in total control of Congress. Could this be the week?
This is going to be a great week. We're going to get health care down to the floor of the House. We're convinced we've got the votes.
The White House sounding optimistic the latest attempt to repeal and replace Obamacare will succeed, even as questions persist about what it might look like. Even the president seems a bit confused.
Pre-existing conditions are in the bill, and I mandated. I said it has to be.
One of the fixes that was discussed pre-existing was optional for the states.
Sure, in one of the fixes, and they're changing it and changing
so it'd be permanent.
Of course.
Okay. Well, that's a development, sir.
In fact, the latest bill allows states to opt out of the pre-existing coverage mandate, and for some, that's a deal breaker. Meantime, President Trump telling Bloomberg News he'd, quote, be honored to meet with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, whose brutal regime is causing global chaos with its nuclear ambitions. Later in the day, the White House walking that back.
Clearly, the conditions are not there right now, but I think the president's made it clear, as Secretary Tillerson had the other day, that if the conditions, if the circumstances present themselves, we would be prepared to, but they're clearly not at this time.
And details of Friday's last-minute budget deal becoming more clear. The deal averted a government shutdown by dropping some of the president's most contentious demands, including funding for the border wall. Democrats were also able to block money for a deportation force and keep federal funding levels for Planned Parenthood and so-called sanctuary cities, two areas the president had pledged to cut.
Also today, word the Trump administration is ending Michelle Obama's Let Girls Learn program, which helped adolescent girls in developing countries. It's also making changes to the former First Lady's Healthy School Lunch program, though it's not yet clear what the change will mean for kids' lunch plates. Look for much more on the Trump presidency tonight on the CBS Evening News with Scott Pelley. That's at 6:30 after the CBS 4 News at 6.